What is up, YouTube? LazeeLlama here, and here we are back with some Click Your Heroes after that terrible episode yesterday. That terrible mistake, I should say. Although, I wanted it to happen anyways. I wanted it to transcend sooner than later. Still haven't spent anything else. As you can see, boss health is actually up to 0, so I will need to put more into the boss health thing. I don't know how low I want to keep that, or like what's the bare minimal. For example, right here, it's already at level 20 levels in them, so you got to think 10 more levels, oh, not 100, 10 more levels is 250. That's not terrible, but it's like, how much above that do I actually want to go? I mean, I'm definitely going to go another 10 levels on everything, and realistically, it probably makes sense to do now. You can see we're at 0 now, so it's probably the best time to do it. If I go pop in 10 more into there, it brings it back down to only negative 14. So it didn't add an insane amount. Obviously, it'll go higher when we get bub up. So we don't want to go too crazy with things either, but I think that levels. I think getting everything to 30 is going to be pretty. Like, it's going to happen. I mean, everything's going to go to 30. I think. As again, these top guys we shouldn't have to level at all. So it's everything we have here. I think we're dispersing through these to make this run go on long as possible, basically, until we get it to where we want it to, and then go from there. You know. But we'll see how it goes. Again, I hope I have everything set up the way I want it to. The only thing I kind of regret is having so much into Chor, like we do. So, you know, we'll see how that goes. Do we have a boss fight? No, we did that, and for some reason, I guess I did miss one the other day, which kind of stinks. But I don't have this boss fight for a couple more hours. This has been running on for a little while. As you can see, we were in WEP overnight, but we jumped up pretty quick. This was a bit early of a Ascension. I could have pushed this one out a little longer. But I really, and this one 100% could have went longer. But I think on my first run, I don't think it's worth doing, because you got to think, like Kuma, you're doing more than 2 monsters a zone as you go up, so the chances of getting primals is a lot lower on your first run as well. And I just don't feel it worth going much above 500 zones on your first Ascension. After Transcendence, I really don't. I don't see the need for it, just because of how more efficient your next one's going to be. You can see I spent 20 minutes more on this one and went at that many zones. If I could have at least went another probably half hour on this before I ran out of progression, to be honest with you. It would have went on at least another 20 minutes at the very least, and it's like that would have been 20 minutes off of this one, and it just blah blah blah. This one wasn't really that early. I just didn't go clicking at the end, and then this one, obviously we're doing clicking and whatnot now, and it was also overnight and stuff. It's been progressing. We haven't really gotten things up too high a level. As you can see, this one, they're not supposed to be that high. I thought for some reason I can get them to 400, but realistically they should all have been out 300, but we'll be able to level them up a ton here anyways shortly. I did save some Christmas presents to open with you guys, and we have them all and stuff now. These are what I was talking about yesterday. I don't know why I have 2 gold ones. It's kind of funny, 2 uncommon golds in a row, and they're the same looking dudes. Different names. I think we just had a Christina recently that died, though. But they're all going. Sucks to have the 2 really low levels, but the time lapses that we're going to be starting to use soon, or now I should say, are going to probably help out a ton with that. I also want to bring back our comment thing that we used to do, where I would display comments on screen. Now that, not every episode, but now that the new updates, there's not as much to talk about. Like, I still, explaining the new update, there's a lot more to explain in it, because things are different. And now that we're kind of figuring things out, I want to wait a little bit longer, but I may bring a tutorial series back in like I was trying to do before. But I'm trying to figure everything out for myself first. Again, I'm still learning myself. You know, I never claimed to be great at this game. I'm just persistent at the game, meaning I keep going. I keep going. There's been many things I've done not super efficiently all the way through, so. But we'll see how this goes. I plan to still get up a couple more auto clickers. I think I want to aim for 10 soon. But it's really expensive. I don't really want to drop below 1,000 rubies either, ever. I think I want to always stay there for any time lapses I do if I decide to go on a time lapse spree and I'm not actually making anything back. For example, when Arthur dies. I also got a couple questions about candy canes and what do they do. And basically, they're part of this event, and the candy canes are just basically free lives for mercs. When they die, you'll have the option underneath still to where it's like revive or bury. And then on the side, right where the present is, actually, you'll have a candy cane picture. And you can click that and use one of your candy canes. And you can see how many you have in your stats page down here. It also does show your bloop coins here, which I didn't know about. Someone told me about that. And I'm not doing the comments now, otherwise I display it on screen. But we'll, like I said, maybe next episode, if not the episode after, a couple episodes from now, we'll definitely get back on the grind of that. So leave your, comments and questions and stuff, and we'll start displaying them back on screen and talk through a couple an episode if I don't have enough to talk about already. But yeah, blue coins for some reason are not in the seasonal events. Doesn't really make sense to me why they don't organize that there. But we have 12 candy canes, which is beautiful. That's literally 12 lives for Arthur. Like, he's not gonna die. 12 lives. He would have to die like rapid, like over and over and over for him not to make it to level 100 now. So yeah, we're doing it. He's gonna break 100. Think of how many rubies you'd be able to get. And that's what I'm really using him for. Right now, I'm just using him on Christmas Quest because he gets so many presents. And that's honestly why I'm getting so many candy canes. It's because of Arthur's rolls in there. We're getting way too many snowman auto-clickers as well. I wish when you got a snowman auto-clicker, it gave you an auto-clicker. That would be really cool if it did that. I think that would be something awesome for them to add. And probably not like that game-breaking or anything. Like, if you got an auto-clicker anyways, these auto-clickers are fairly rare to get. They're nothing like the other two. The other two are like 1 in 100,000 treasure presents. And, whoops. I think, what are we at? Almost, yeah, not even 5,000 presents opened. Again, I have roughly, I think, 100 here. There was one claim of all this, so it's whatever this all adds up to. Yeah, roughly 100. A little over 100. And then I'll be claiming these, and we'll probably do 2 time lapses when this ends. So I'm going to cut out now, and we'll come back when this actually comes to a complete stop. Alright, guys, so I accidentally opened up the presents. It's meant to open up the guilds as I'm moving over to Moru, and I was going to open up the rest of them and push this a little farther. But I messed up, and I opened up that instead. You can see the rubies return is definitely diminishing a ton. I don't know how many more presents I'm going to keep pushing out. I mean, the presents make sense to keep doing, but because I want to get as many candy canes as possible. But I'm going to start losing rubies every time I do it now. Most times. I mean, there's times where I still almost get 20 rubies just from one collection. So it really is a toss-up, and a lot of it comes to luck. But just wanted to point that out there. But yeah, this is what I got out of those chests. Alright, so we've pretty much come to an end here. I mean, I could try to grind out more zones, but it's not really worth it. I've already wasted a lot of time here. I was eating dinner and whatnot, or getting dinner ready, I should say. I got it sitting right in front of me right now. But let's hop right into an Ascension here. Pop right to it. No need to waste time on this. Just put our click real quick, and obviously do our max thing, which I find so much better than doing this any other way. We're definitely going to be doing time lapse. We might get 26k off our first time lapse. Or sorry, like 36k. Or no, definitely not. My bad. 26k is what I was thinking because we were passing the 20k area. We'll get a ton of gold once idle kicks in, by the way. That's why we didn't buy too many levels of things. Once that kicks in, we will be set. Let's just quickly do this. And oop, save that to the wrong spot. You guys have to see my folders here of all my thumbnail stuff. Save that there. Let's go into here and load it. Ba-boom. Turn that off again. You can't see fully what I'm doing. I didn't make it big, but you guys know what I'm doing at this stage. I'm gonna leave it here. Soon enough, on the first, this won't be like this anymore. The first, after when I start recording episodes of the first, and I messed up a little yesterday by saying the first, as it's actually the first for Steam and the 5th for mobile. The update comes out. I will be back on Steam right as it happens. So that'll be awesome. I cannot wait to get off this browser. Absolutely cannot wait. We're dropping these down into Suchi here. Boom. Nice. That'll give us a decent time lapse for sure. Won't be anything insane by any means. We are idle, so yeah, a little bit more zones there. Real quick, and then let's just do it. Let's see how many we get out of it. I'm curious. 30,000. Beautiful. That's a lot of time still. Wait, let's probably get zones moving first. By max, just by a ton of those. We're gonna be moving guilds here in a minute, but we got plenty of damage even without moving them. We're definitely doing more time lapses here. We'll save these up. So there's 10 used. We basically want to get the same amount back. We're probably only gonna be able to do one more time lapse, maybe 2 if I'm feeling like it. I might do an extra one just because. I do have 2 mythicals, by the way. They're not great, but I didn't have great ones anyways, and they're all going to be replaced. But I wanted to save them to show you guys. We got fairly lucky. They're pretty close together. They weren't directly on top of each other, but we just zoomed back to exactly where we were before. Wait, Moru, right? Right where we were before we reset. So that's pretty cool. So we're good. Everything's reset. Back. Good to go for another lapse. Boom. Probably won't be nearly as good. 17,000 zones still. That's a lot. I could probably get another like 6K out of this. And it might be worth doing. I'd be able to afford Zillar, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm just gonna ride it out. Or you know what? Let's just do it. Let's be a little wild. We're trying to get candy canes anyways. That's really the goal of this. Rubies are good too. So that's 20 used. And with these guys, it's making it really hard to make anything back. Because I don't have anyone decent. We'll do one more. Screw it. Let's put up the rest of our guilds in though, because there's a ton of guilds worth. Drop that down there. And yeah, whatever. Let's just do it. One more time lapse. Probably going to be like 5K. 8K. Okay. Honestly, I'll take it. That was worth it to me, I think. 8K zones is still a decent bit of time, so. Definitely not doing any more, though. Even though we'd probably, if it was 8K last time, we'd still probably get about 5K. But, nah, we ain't feeling that. We got Zillar, so damage would have been up a lot, but I want to try to get a couple runs in tonight. Ooh, we lost you. How much you cost? 97. You got an extra life. Is it worth the 97 rubies? That's a lot. Probably not, honestly. I'm not going to do it. We're just going to do the revive. Would you like to use Crow's Lives? Would you like to? Yes. We use his extra life, which is risky and kind of sucks. We don't get to claim that now, so we won't get a completely accurate to see if we get 30 left, because we still would have had 11 presents. You're level 2, and you are still level 1. All right. I should probably spend these. So that's about 8,000. No, did I already spend these? Yeah, I did. Alright, well, let's open the presents. It's still going to be a whopping 322. So you can see we lost 8 rubies in on that. Still made, you know, it worked out. We skipped a ton of time, which we needed. What I've been trying to do is I actually didn't look for it there. And anytime I've been recording, I've been really bad about looking at it. But I've been actually sending Arthur out in like 15 minutes to like 30-minute rubies and even hour ones when I know I'm not going to be doing a time lapse. Just to build rubies up again. Like just to keep my rubies up there. I'll sort through these and put on some new ones, because I'm sure most of those are better than what I currently have. But anyways, let's do this and see if that breaks. Yeah, it did break. I'm gonna sell that idol. Actually, you know what? Let's just yeah, let's let idol still carry us on. I do gotta level up all of these guys, but I'll do this in between episodes here. And yeah, we'll catch you next episode. Hopefully with a lot of progress in between. I'm really excited to get later on in this game to see how things go. You can see everything's looking good. Look at the treasure chest. Wow. Is that more than I had into him before? Definitely don't think I needed as much into into the treasure chest there. The boss health is definitely going to need more in it. Everything else is looking pretty good. Primal chance will definitely need more. Boss timer probably down. I mean, everything down the line will need to level up. We've got a ton of leftover, like I said. We're going to make this a really far push for sure. This is going to be our best Transcendence yet. I promise it. Like 100%. Like really good, I think. But yeah. Anyways, if you guys enjoy, please smack the like button. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Peace.